Now last weekend, I finally got a chance to sit down and play a brand new video game I had bought for my PS Vita called Tales of HeartsR. When it comes to JRPGs, I love anything that has to do with the Tales of games, whether it's Tales of the Abyss, Tales of Symphonia 1, and Tales of Symphonia A Dawn of the New World, Tales of Vesperia, which I'm currently playing as well, and I am so close to beating this one. I've also played Tales of Exilia and Tales of Exilia 2 with a couple of my friends, and we're going to be playing Tales of Zestiria when that comes out soon as well. So yeah, I've played my fair share. Now, I haven't actually gotten very far into Tales of HeartsR. I've played probably about 2 hours of it over a very long period of time, but I still have some thoughts of it on stuff that I've noticed that's a little bit different from this Tales of game as opposed to others. The voices are in Japanese. The entire game is spoken in Japanese dialogue. Now, the reason I freak out about the fact that I'm playing a Japanese dubbed game is, well, it's my first time ever having the experience of such a thing. So having it be Japanese dubbed is really cool. Except for one thing that I can't get used to is the translation errors. Now, I'm not fluent in Japanese. Much of what I know is self-taught from watching a ton of anime. But there's something about little things that if I can figure out that they've translated it wrong, ugh. In Tales of HeartsR, I first noticed that their English text box translations weren't quite matching up with what they were saying dialogue-wise when they first started introducing characters and actually saying their names. So for some reason, they decided to take the English text and make the main character's name Core. But they left the dialogue saying his name is Shing. Why? What? Why is the reasoning behind this? Why would you go and try to change the character's name in text, but leave it as Shing in the dialogue? That makes no sense. Even a stupid person could figure out that those are not the same name. I don't care if you can't speak Japanese. You can figure that out. Shing does not equal Core. Names don't translate. They're the same no matter where you go. Sarah's still Sarah if I go to Germany or the Netherlands. It's still the same thing. Do they have different meanings? Probably. But names don't change. Another example of this is right here.
それから、私が気を失ってる間に、本当の本当に何もしなかったよね。
Kohaku and Core are audibly saying 本当に本当に本当に. This literally just translates to really, really, really. She's asking, are you really, really, really sure you weren't gonna do anything to me on the beach? Look at the text! What is missing? See what's not there? The word really. It's not there, not said even once out of that entire box. Now I understand if you're paraphrasing, but come on! Even somebody who doesn't know the language would realize they're saying one specific word, hontoni, 3 times. You can't tell me that nobody would not notice that. Okay, so translation is a tiny issue in this game, but they still introduced aspects, especially in their battle system, that were very interesting, and I'm actually rather glad that they added to. On your PS Vita, when you press triangle, you block. Duh! No, but what's cool about it is that if you push triangle and then press down on your D-pad at the same time, you actually tell your entire team to block. Do you know how helpful that can be in some battles? Imagine you're going up against somebody who's, let's say they have an art that can attack every single square inch of your battlefield. You see his art coming, but the rest of your team doesn't because they're stupid as computers! So you can actually make your team block to help reduce the damage and probably save their butts a few times so that they don't all die on you because of that one art. And also, the character who I'm assuming is my white mage, or at least for now, he knows first aid, so guess what, buddy? You're hired. He can actually fight! A white mage that can actually fight back! Hisui is the only other character in my party, and if he's the white mage, then his battle sequence is actually really smart. He's an archer. That's distance. He can fight from far away. Far away battle! Unlike every other white mage I know in a Tales of game, where all of a sudden they feel the need to be helpful, only to run up to a monster, get murdered, and then screw up my flow of attack, waste a whole bunch of life bottles because they don't know when to back off and keep healing my party. But as much as I harp on the little things about this game, so far so good. I mean, yeah, I've only played a couple of hours of it, but hey, I get to be stuck in a car for 5 hours tomorrow, so maybe I'll be able to get a little bit more gameplay in. Anyway, thanks so much for watching my video on a kind of slight review, first impressions of Tales of HeartsR. Be sure to check in on Tuesdays when my brother Andrew uploads, and Fridays when I, Sarah, upload. And lastly, I am setting up myself a punishment challenge. So, Andrew, if I don't get our new header up by Monday, holiday Monday, this coming, then you guys and Andrew can collab and make up a punishment for me, because that needs to get done. Hopefully, having that will kick my butt into gear a little bit more and make me get it done sooner. So anyway, thanks again, and as always, geek on!